Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Live at 4 on this Monday. Mark and Susan are off. Susan is still helping her parents out in South Carolina.
And Mark's on vacay.
Finally. The man deserves a vacation, but only 2 days. We're only giving him 2 days, so you have Brady and I for the next 2 days.
We'll keep everything in line.
Yes, we will.
All right, topping our news headlines today, Wisconsin's highest court has been in upheaval since Friday night. Will Keneally explains what's going on.
The Justice Department asks a judge to weigh in on what former President Trump can post about his case. I'm Natalie Brand with the latest legal developments, plus what voters are telling CBS News about the new indictment.
And an opportunity to laugh a lot. We'll take a sneak peek at Madison Comedy Week, which kicked off yesterday.
I'm not laughing at the weather today.
No.
It's really nice out.
It is gorgeous. Look at this.
They have the right idea, I would say.
They do. Just about right over in McFarland. Cannot beat that. Really, it is breathtaking out there.
I would say so. It's probably a nice view outside in the weather patio, too, eh? There's Gary.
Hi there. Yeah, beautiful weather out here. We've got a little bit of a breeze, plenty of sunshine. Just an outside chance of a shower or thunderstorm tonight north of Madison. As we take a look at visible cloud track, you can see we've got plenty of sunshine across the state. There have been a few buildups of clouds from around the Twin Cities over toward north central Wisconsin. As we take a look at Doppler track, you can see just a couple of isolated showers and thunderstorms popping up from around Eau Claire to north central Wisconsin around Rhinelander. Those will be drifting southward, and 6-hour future track radar shows at least a possibility for a shower or thunderstorm into areas north of Madison during the evening hours. At this point, I think probably about a 10 to 20% chance at best. Low temperatures this morning, pretty comfortable. 63 Madison. Most of southern Wisconsin saw temperatures at or above the 60-degree mark, and current temperatures are in the upper 70s to the lower 80s. 77 right now in Mineral Point, 81 in Madison, and 77 in Juneau. Here in Dane County, 81 in Edgerton and in Stoughton, and 79 degrees up in Sauk City. Otherwise, looks pretty nice out there right now. For this evening, temperatures will drop off to the upper 60s to around 70 by late evening. Again, just an outside chance of a shower or thunderstorm north of Madison. Later on, I'll take a look at a forecast. It does include some chances for rain, but they'll be spread out by several days each time.
Thank you, Gary. A debate late Friday is throwing Wisconsin's highest court into upheaval.
Political reporter Will Keneally has the latest. Will?
That's right. So this all stems from the swearing in last week of the court's newest liberal justice, which flipped the balance of the court to a liberal majority. And in the days since, the court has made a series of changes, including shifting the power away from the Chief Justice, a conservative, and replacing it with a 3-justice panel. And that drew surprise from some political observers, including Ryan Owens, a Supreme Court scholar at UW-Madison, who also ran for Attorney General on the Republican primary.
This is highly, highly unusual. I think what we're seeing here is the liberal justices trying to consolidate their power very quickly using methods that some have claimed to be extra constitutional or extra legal. I think at best, they're a little odd.
Now, the claim by conservatives on the Supreme Court is that it circumvents the Wisconsin Constitution, which dictates that the Chief Justice is the primary administrator of the judicial system. But the liberals on the court said in a statement that it's an effort to make the court operate in a timely and responsive manner. Now, that could be seen as an effort to prevent conservatives on the court from slowing down decisions on a list of cases liberals are hoping for a favorable ruling on. I'll have more on this, including hearing from a conservative justice tonight at 5.
A man who pleaded guilty to a deadly 2021 gas station shooting in Madison will be in prison until at least his 65th birthday. In April, Christopher Somerset pled guilty to 1 first-degree intentional homicide charge after a shooting on the southwest side of Madison. Today, Judge Ellen Burrs gave Somerset life in prison with the option to apply for extended supervision on his 65th birthday, which won't be until 2060. That was 7 years more than the state requested.
Today, the trial started for one of the 3 18-year-olds charged in a shooting on Madison's southwest side in August 2022. Demarion Pollard faces 4 felony charges, 1 first-degree intentional homicide, 2 bail jumping charges, and 1 charge of possession of a firearm by a convicted felon. Pollard appeared in court today. A jury was selected, and the trial will continue tomorrow.
One person is dead after a crash in Janesville Sunday evening. Around 7 o'clock, two people were on a motorcycle traveling southbound on Center Avenue when a truck pulled out and the motorcycle collided. Both the driver and passenger of the motorcycle were transported to Mercy Hospital for their injuries. The driver died at the hospital. Officials have not released the name of the person who died. It will be released at a later date by the Rock County Medical Examiner's Office.
The hearing to move the Lily Peters case to juvenile court is underway. 10-year-old Lily Peters disappeared last April and was found in the woods near her home a day later. A teenage boy told police he strangled Peters to death before having sex with her body. The teen's name is not being released. The teen is currently being charged as an adult, but the hearing beginning today could move the trial to juvenile court.
The last former Minneapolis police officer to face sentencing for the killing of George Floyd learned his fate today for his role in Floyd's death. A Minneapolis judge sentenced former officer Tu Tao to 4 years and 9 months in prison, longer than the state recommended guidelines, for his conviction of aiding and abetting second-degree manslaughter. Prosecutors argued Tao stood by and did nothing as George Floyd pleaded for his life in 2020, while Officer Derek Chauvin knelt on his neck. During today's hearing, Tao spoke for several minutes about his growth as a Christian since Floyd's death, but denied his role in it.
I did not commit these crimes. My conscience is clear. I will not be a Judas, nor join a mob in self-preservation, or betray my God, nor the true faithful countrymen who found this country under the fear and majesty of God.
I was hoping for a little more remorse, regret, acknowledgement of some responsibility, and less preaching.
Tao's sentence in state court will run concurrently with his 3.5-year sentence on a separate federal civil rights conviction. His attorney says they will appeal.
Former President Donald Trump's legal fight over his alleged attempts to change the outcome of the 2020 presidential election is just getting started, with both sides filing new court motions.
Natalie Brand has more details from Washington, D.C.
Former President Trump's lawyers say the Justice Department is trying to unnecessarily keep their client quiet.
What the Biden administration is trying to do is prevent the press from learning about exculpatory and helpful information, evidence that the people have a right to know about.
The special counsel who's charged Trump in connection with January 6th and his alleged efforts to overturn the 2020 election has filed a request for a protective order to put restrictions on Trump publicly releasing evidence shared with his legal team. Prosecutors cited a recent social media post in which Trump said, "If you go after me, I'm coming after you." The government argued Trump's statements could have a harmful, chilling effect on witnesses or adversely affect the fair administration of justice in this case. The intensifying legal fights come as voters remain extremely polarized over the former president and his latest bid for the White House.
I think it's going to be a challenging race with what's going on with President Trump.
While some GOP voters say Trump's cases are taking attention away from other issues, a new CBS News poll finds most Republicans view the indictments as an attempt to stop Trump's 2024 campaign.
I mean, it doesn't matter to me. They can indict him 100 times. It's silly.
But the majority of Americans surveyed see the indictments and ongoing investigations as upholding the rule of law and defending democracy. Natalie Brand, CBS News, Washington.
Former President Trump could still face another legal battle, this time in the state of Georgia.
Fulton County's DA has been looking into Trump's attempts to replace Electoral College electors in that state with electors who would have been loyal to Trump in spite of the fact that Biden won the popular vote there.
While you're trying to get a laugh in, the Madison Comedy Week has got you covered. It kicked off yesterday with a show at the Burr Oak, along with the Madison Area Comedy Awards. The event will host roughly 130 comedians with almost 30 events over the next 7 days.
It's a good time. Every single year, it surprises me, the response of the Madison public and just how much fun the comedians have, and something unique happens at every show that will never happen again in history. So,
well, how about that? There are events every night until this Sunday, August 13th. If you want details, just go to MadisonComedyWeek.net.
Happening today, we are kicking off our annual back-to-school supply drive in partnership with the Boys and Girls Club of Dane County.
Our Catherine Merck joins us live from the West Town Mall with a request to help us stuff the bus. Catherine?
Hi, Mark and Charlotte. It's been a pretty successful day here at the West Town Mall right now. I'm joined with Laura with the Boys and Girls Club of Dane County, and we have some backpacks here from some of the donations. I got my Disney backpack, and there's a nice Adidas backpack here that you got.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Catherine. It's been an amazing day. We've been out here since right around 5 a.m. collecting back-to-school supplies for our back-to-school Stuff the Bus campaign with Channel 3000.
Love it. How much has been donated today so far?
Right. We're about a third of the bus filled. We've got paper, pens, pencils, crayons, notebook paper, all of those supplies that are going to be so important for students to have as they go back to school this year.
And as we took a walk through some of what's in there, a lot of that is supplies that, you know, pretty expensive. It adds up. We were just talking before this started about how expensive supplies are this year.
Absolutely. I just ran over and bought 5 folders, a couple of pens and pencils and things, and it was over $17. Wow. So imagine when you get that whole school supply list and it's 2 pages and you have more than one child. I know most families are probably spending about $200–300 per kid to prepare them to go back to school. So we need everyone's support to make this a successful campaign so that we can fill over 500 backpacks.
And as we wrap up kind of here, you know, tell me a little bit about why this is so important for all these kids.
This is so important because who doesn't want to start off prepared? Isn't that what we want to teach children? Come to school prepared to be successful. So we want to have all the supplies they're going to need so that they can go into that classroom and be ready to do their ABCs or their calculus or whatever it needs so that they can be successful in school and in adult life.
Right, exactly. So what are we going to tell everyone to do? Like we were saying, 3, 2, 1, stuff the bus. Thanks so much for joining us today, Laura.
Catherine.
More information on how to donate is going to be on our website. We'll send it over back to you in the studio, Mark and Charlotte.
All right, thank you very much, Catherine. Hi, Brady.
Hello.
Welcome to the show.
You know, Mark, Brady, call me whatever you want. Do I get his parking spot?
You do.
Okay.
You do.
Change approved. Well, coming up next at 4, we'll take you to the shores of the Florida Keys, where scientists say warming waters have led to an unprecedented level of stress on the area's coral reefs.
This has caused what's known as coral bleaching. We'll show you what's being done to save them when we come back.
Every spring, the love of my life came here to paint. Cress helped us make sure she's never forgotten.
We are Cress. We truly believe your memories matter.
Do you suffer from chronic or severe back or neck pain? Did you know that there is now a treatment method available right here at Midwest Spine and Nerve Center that offers hope of avoiding spinal surgery for those suffering with bulging, herniated, or degenerative discs? Our therapies help reduce pain related to these conditions and have a high success rate in helping people just like you avoid back or neck surgery.
I've experienced low back pain for over 15 years. I had back surgery when I was 26 and had difficulties recovering. The doctors at Midwest Spine and Nerve Center have given me a new lease on life. I am now able to enjoy an active, pain-free lifestyle.
Call Midwest Spine and Nerve Center now to schedule a no-obligation consultation to see if our progressive pain-relieving therapies are right for you.
Get 11% off everything at Menards. We've got all your automotive needs covered, from tools and accessories to maintenance and everything in between. Trust Menards to help with all your automotive needs. Get superior engine protection with Valvoline High Mileage Motor Oil. It's a synthetic blend that maximizes engine life in vehicles over 75,000 miles. Pick up a quart for only $3.99 after 11% rebate.
Save big money at Menards. Hopefully, your family will never need to hire a personal injury lawyer. But if you ever do, it's important to understand that not all law firms are the same. A lot more is involved than one phone call and a quick settlement. To make things right again, it can take time, and it will take talent. Since 1930, Habish, Rotier has recovered more million-dollar results for our clients than any other law firm in Wisconsin. Habish, Rotier, national reputation, hometown service.
Watching News 3 Now, live at 4.
The enduring summer heat is a sure reminder that the cool breezes of autumn are still a long way off.
Yeah, but 7-Eleven is already offering a treat traditionally saved for the fall. Wonder what that is? The company announced last week, I know, right? They just can't wait. Because it's releasing the full line of pumpkin spice beverages more than a month and a half before the official start of fall. That's even earlier than last year's Starbucks pumpkin spice latte release, which came 30 days before the first day of fall. The pumpkin spice latte, pumpkin coffee, and pumpkin syrup will be available at 7-Eleven through October 31st.
Pumpkins for everyone.
Yep, I'm just trying to get through August. The once dominant trucking giant Yellow has filed for bankruptcy.
The 99-year-old company announced Sunday it had filed for Chapter 11 relief. The filing comes more than a week after the Nashville-based logistics provider shut down operations, putting 30,000 people out of work. Yellow said it expects to reach an agreement with creditors that will allow it to pay certain wages and benefits and some obligations to vendors and suppliers. The bankruptcy filing comes despite the fact that Yellow received a $700 million federal COVID-19 relief loan during the pandemic. Any deal would need court approval.
Stocks bounced back today as earnings season starts to wind down and investors brace for an inflation reading crucial to the Federal Reserve's decision-making. The Dow Jones rose more than 400 points, while the S&P 500 gained 40 and the NASDAQ was up 85. The extreme heat many of us have endured this summer is also being felt in the oceans, and that's having a devastating effect on some of the wildlife.
The water surface temperature in the Florida Keys measured more than 100 degrees late last month, and it's a trend researchers predict could last well into the fall, with elevated water temperatures continuing to strain the coral.
Manuel Bajorquez has traveled with scientists trying to save the reefs.
Scientists with the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, or NOAA, took us to a spot known as Chica Rocks off Isla Morada.
Chica Rocks has been one of the reefs that's really held on.
So this is a resilient reef.
This has been a resilient reef.
Has been up until now.
Yeah.
Ian Enox has been doing research here for about 10 years. He was not prepared for what he saw. A virtual moonscape, a condition known as bleaching. Extremely warm water causes the coral to lose the algae it needs to survive, leaving them looking like ghosts. This is what it looked like in 2017.
You know, as a scientist, we are trying not to be emotional. For me, just seeing the scale of death, it's hard to kind of come to terms with that. It's not subtle. It's 100%.
A nearby marine buoy in the Upper Keys measured the surface water temperature above 100 degrees last month, which scientists believe is due in part to human-caused climate change. Now there's a race to save the coral.
Let's put one here.
Ironically, by removing them from their habitat.
We are trying to rescue as much of the genetic diversity and as much of the stock that we have is paramount to the survival of these species in the Florida Keys. How many do you have here?
Fanor Montoya Maya is program manager of the Coral Restoration Foundation. Volunteers have been taking 20 different species of coral from the sea and to their partners at the Keys Marine Lab, where they are placed into tanks that simulate more normal conditions. The goal is to keep them alive and return them once the waters have cooled.
We have seen species disappear, but an entire ecosystem, we haven't seen that. And I don't want to be part of the generation that sees that.
This is about more than coral. Reefs cover less than 1% of the Earth's surface, but are home to 25% of marine species, making them critical to the food supply, tourism, and shoreline protection.
because they breathe through a hole in their tongue.
For sea turtles, it's a matter of survival.
This animal was in our oceans when dinosaurs were on our land, so what we see happening to them is eventually going to affect all of life.
Betty Zirkelbach is the general manager at the Turtle Hospital in Marathon. She says warming waters contribute to abnormalities and deformities in turtles, but could also affect the species long term. Nests in warmer sands yield more female turtles.
As far as hatchlings in the state of Florida, we're only seeing female hatchlings.
It's a fragile ecosystem at risk, one Ian Enochs, despite the odds, isn't willing to give up on.
We have too much at stake, and so we have no other option than to try to turn this around, and I think we can.
Manuel Bojorquez, CBS News.
Well, that NOAA researcher says reducing greenhouse gas emissions is the most important thing people and the governments can do because coral reefs grow very slowly.
And the large ones that are lost could take hundreds of years to fully grow back. When we return, we continue our Beyond the Barometer series with Chief Meteorologist Gary Canaldi.
And he'll show us why we didn't end up seeing any of that severe weather yesterday that we mentioned earlier last week.
Donate blood at Stoughton Health's upcoming blood drive on August 18th from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. The event will be hosted at our Community Health and Wellness Center. Sign up online at bloodcenter.org.
Hi, it's Preston from Window World. Over the past 15 years, Window World has donated more than $15 million to St. Jude Children's Hospital. We've also supported the Veterans Airlift Command with 120 flights, transporting more than 150 combat wounded veterans. We have a strong belief in giving back and want to thank everyone who has chosen Window World for your home's renovation. When you go with Window World, you're doing a lot more than remodeling.
I suffer with psoriatic arthritis and psoriasis. I was on a journey for a really long time to find some relief. Cosentyx works for me.
Cosentyx helps real people get real relief from the symptoms of psoriatic arthritis or psoriasis. Serious allergic reactions and an increased risk of infections or lowered ability to fight them may occur. Tell your doctor if you have an infection or symptoms, had a vaccine or plan to, or if IBD symptoms develop or worsen.
I move so much better because of Cosentyx.
Ask your rheumatologist about Cosentyx.
This is the house that Angels built. Attic Angels Senior Living Community is built on a foundation of authentic, local care. A framework for living well. Windows to take in the beautiful future. And it's crowned by the pride that one's home is one's castle. This is the house that Angels built. Attic Angel Community. Independent homes and 4 levels of assisted living. Built with the help of angels.
This is Kathy. She's about to see her dentist. She's afraid. Not because of the drill, but because of the bill. A big bill. But Kathy doesn't need to be afraid, and neither do you. Thanks to affordable dental insurance from Physicians Mutual Insurance Company. It's easy to get this coverage. Don't believe me? Call or go online for all the details. You could even have this free information kit. This isn't a discount plan or preventive-only coverage. This is real dental insurance. It helps pay for over 400 procedures. That's a lot. I'm talking cleanings, fillings, crowns, bridges, root canals, even dentures. Bottom line, you'll have help paying for routine care and expensive major work. But if you want deductibles, forget it. There aren't any. No annual maximum either. Plus, you can see any dentist you want. Stop fearing the big bill. Start saving at the dentist. Call now or go to sendinfokit.com.
Physicians Mutual, Physicians Mutual.
Donate blood at Stoughton Health's upcoming blood drive on August 18th from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. The event will be hosted at our Community Health and Wellness Center. Sign up online at bloodcenter.org.
Let's take a look at this. Sacramento authorities are looking for a pair of suspects who bungled an elaborate ATM heist in a spectacular fashion. Whoops! Well, video of the early morning smash and grab job shows the plan wasn't exactly rocket science, as the pair used a forklift to bash, smash, push, and pull the money machine. Now, eventually, they got it onto the getaway truck, only to have it fall out and left on a busy road. So let this be a lesson, everyone. Crime doesn't pay, neither does a stolen ATM. You know, they plan so much.
Yeah, a forklift and everything.
Yeah. Maybe.
You got to give them points for ingenuity, but
right?
yeah, beyond that.
Doesn't always work out that way, though, does
maybe
it?
it just would have been better not to do it.
Right. So I got to say, I spent the week in St. Louis, and we were wearing the weather.
Ooh,
I came here,
soupy?
and I was like, this is heaven. It was gorgeous.
Yeah, you know, all that humidity was just to our south, and we were afraid
we got it.
that it would lead to severe thunderstorms and heavy rain here yesterday, and that all stayed just to our south. So in our Beyond the Barometer segment coming up, we're going to talk a little bit about that. But in the short term, we're enjoying the nice weather.
Yeah.
And it looks like it'll continue off and on pretty much for the next 10 days. I'll have our first warn forecast in just a couple minutes.
Construction invites you to celebrate summer with our hot summer sale. We're talking about hot savings of 23%. Many of your neighbors already know how we strive to meet and exceed expectations with each and every project. That's why they voted us Best Roofer 3 years in a row. Experience the best of Madison for yourself with Fry Construction. Get on board for our hot summer sale. Save 23% off gutters or insulation with any full siding project. Schedule your consultation today at fryconstruction.com.
To everyone who's hungry for something special,
Culver's is the place for us. Hi, what can I make fresh for you today? It's nice being greeted by people who are glad to see you. And I appreciate that they use real ingredients like fresh beef and Wisconsin cheese. The frozen custard is so fresh and creamy, it tastes like it was made just for us. It's our pleasure. Just spending time with family, that's what mealtime at Culver's is all about.
From Wisconsin with love, welcome to Delicious!
Postmenopausal women with HR-positive, HER2-negative metastatic breast cancer are living longer with Kisqali. So long live family time, long live dreams, and long live you. Kisqali is a pill proven to help women live longer when taken with an aromatase inhibitor. And Kisqali helps preserve quality of life, so you're not just living, you're living well. Kisqali can cause lung problems or an abnormal heartbeat, which can lead to death. It can cause serious skin reactions, liver problems, and low white blood cell counts that may result in severe infections. Avoid grapefruit during treatment. Tell your doctor right away if you have new or worsening symptoms, including breathing problems, cough, chest pain, a change in your heartbeat, dizziness, yellowing of the skin or eyes, dark urine, tiredness, loss of appetite, abdomen pain, bleeding, bruising, fever, chills, or other symptoms of an infection, a severe or worsening rash, or plan to become pregnant or breastfeeding. Long live hugs and kisses. Ask about Kisqali, and long live life.
Look, Mom, I found one.
Oh, yeah, you did, but we need an ATM from our bank, unless you want to spend a small fortune in fees.
No, thank you. Banking with BMO means more fee-free ATMs than the 2 largest U.S. banks combined, including places like pharmacies and grocery stores.
Saving money and more convenient. Look at you being so helpful.
What'd you expect? You're studying at a help stop.
That's you.
That's me, at a desk.
When a bank helps you get and stay ahead, that's the BMO effect.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Well, we missed out on the severe weather this weekend. It stayed to our south along with the heavy rain. So that was something that we can be thankful for. Now we've got actually some pretty nice weather overall for about the next 10 days. We do have periodic chances for rain, but they'll be about every second or third day. 3 things you need to know. Look for high temperatures to be within a few degrees of average for early August. Highs generally between about 80 and 83 over the next 10 days. There will be some chances for showers and thunderstorms, but it's like every other day or every third day that we're looking at. And as far as humidity levels, it'll be a little stickier for Friday and maybe about Wednesday of next week when the rain chances will be a little higher. High resolution radar, nothing happening across southwestern Wisconsin right now. There have been a few isolated showers and thunderstorms from around Merrill back to just to the east of Eau Claire and then down toward Rochester, Minnesota. Those are heading to the southeast, and 6-hour future track radar does show some of these holding together. They might affect areas north of Madison this evening. I think most of us will stay dry. Areas south of Madison will almost certainly stay dry for this evening. But the big weather action has been along the east coast. That weather system that passed to our south yesterday has intensified even more as it's headed toward the east coast. Look at this, a moderate risk or a level 4 risk of severe thunderstorms from southern Pennsylvania through western Virginia and into West Virginia. That is extremely rare at any time of the year, let alone August. And right now, you can see these are all tornado watches in the yellow, severe thunderstorm watches down here. And these red areas are tornado warnings. These orange areas are severe thunderstorm warnings. So severe weather basically from Lake Ontario all the way down to just west of Washington, D.C., and then down toward Atlanta, Georgia. So a pretty widespread area of severe weather. Doppler track, for some reason, not updating right now, but these are all tornado watches across parts of the mid-Atlantic states, including Washington, D.C. Weather track right now, our jet stream has flattened out, so that has pretty much pushed the moisture out of here. All the humid air is out ahead of a cold front, which basically extends from around central Pennsylvania down into eastern portions of Tennessee. So that's where the severe weather is. This low-pressure system tracked just to our south and then curved to the north and east and intensified. That's why we missed out on the severe weather yesterday. But out to the west, temperatures are seasonably warm. There are a few scattered showers and thunderstorms over parts of the central plains. Otherwise, temperatures here are very comfortable, upper 70s to lower 80s. We'll see similar temperatures over the next few days. Planning your night across Dane County, low temperature 61 in Pine Bluff, 62 in Marshall, and 63 in Cambridge with clear to partly cloudy skies. Get just an outside chance of a shower or thunderstorm north of Dane County during the evening hours. 60 for low in Wautoma, 55 in Camp Douglas, and 61 in Lone Rock. For tomorrow, partly sunny, warm, still not too humid, high temperature at 82 degrees. There will be a chance for a shower or thunderstorm Wednesday afternoon, Wednesday evening, very spotty precipitation. Where it occurs, probably less than 1/10 of an inch, unless you get caught under one of the heavier thunderstorms, maybe up to a 1/2 inch of rain, and those only occur in a few spots. First warn 7 to 10 day forecast, those temperatures within a degree or two of 80 all the way through the weekend and into next week. Rain chances will be highest on Wednesday afternoon, Friday, and then again Sunday night, Tuesday, and Wednesday of next week. But you can see in between, there's also breaks too, with temperatures around 80. And for the most part, not too humid except for Friday and Wednesday of next week. We're actually looking at a pretty, looking for a good forecast for the second week of August. I'm not going to complain about that too much.
Oh, certainly not. Well, Gary, you got a question yesterday that prompted this week's Beyond the Barometer. So let's take a look at that. Dave from Waniwak says, we were supposed to have heavy storms and possible heavy rain. You were so wrong on this that the storms were clear into southern Illinois.
So, Gary, what happened between Friday and yesterday?
Well, you know, actually, it goes back to Thursday. We were looking at the potential for severe weather on Thursday, and this is the same system now that's heading toward the East Coast. But I want to show you a couple of things that we looked at. So this is, let's take a look at some graphics that we had. This is our severe weather outlook from the Storm Prediction Center branch of the National Weather Service. Thursday of last week, they were calling for the possibility for severe weather, and these are experts that really look at severe weather possibilities. So they already had about the southern third of Wisconsin as well as most of the central Midwest for that. Now, take a look at the next graphic. This is what I was showing for on Thursday evening. One of the computer models showing low pressure passing almost directly over southern Wisconsin. But look at all the rain out ahead of it. It had winds out of the south and warm temperatures here. That's why we're looking at the possibility for severe weather and heavy rain. So this is as of Thursday of last week. Now let's take a look at Friday. Here's another graphic. Storm Prediction Center now moving that severe weather outlook a little farther to the south because the storm was going to take a little more southerly track. That would increase the heavy rain chances for us, but lower the severe weather threat. That's why we still kept the alert day in the forecast. So let's look at the next graphic here. This is what one of the computer models is showing. This is as of the information from Friday morning at 7 a.m., the computer model forecast, showing, you know, spots of 2 to 3, maybe 4 inches of rain and heavier thunderstorms. 6 hours later, take a look at the next graphic. This is what the computer model is showing. Like gone. You know, so now you're the meteorologist. Which model do you go with? You know, and we were thinking somewhere in between those. And so, you know, because of that, we really, you know, were on the fence about this. So eventually, as we headed into the weekend, we changed the forecast. But take a look at the severe weather reports from yesterday. So these are, and actually I'm just going to go back one here. There we go. So the severe weather misses to the south, you can see tornado and high wind reports across southern Illinois. But look at how far south that shifted. This doesn't happen that often. But the problem in meteorology is we are making a prediction. Most of the time our predictions are pretty good. Sometimes, like this one, you know, where you're looking for something specific to happen and it moves in a slightly different area, then you know, everybody is concerned because it was a big miss in the forecast, and it was. I mean, there's no sugarcoating it, but this happens sometimes. And the problem too in meteorology is sometimes you may miss a little bit on the first part of the forecast, and it kind of snowballs downhill. So think about filling out your brackets for the NCAA basketball tournament. Okay, you got a team going to the Final Four, and it gets knocked out in the first round. That's going to affect your predictions all the way down the road, and that's exactly what happened here. That storm system that we thought would go over southern Wisconsin shifts a little bit farther to the south, then storms develop down towards St. Louis, and it shifts a little further to the south, and so it kind of snowballs and takes the storm with it. So again, it doesn't happen that often, but I tell people, you know, it's a prediction. We do our best, but it's not a guarantee. You know, and sometimes that's what people want. I need to know when it's going to rain on Sunday. You know, well, sometimes it's hard to do that.
Let me tell you, we got those storms every single day in St. Louis.
I know you were down. You got them.
It just did not stop. There is no drought issue there. I'm going to tell you that. So, all right.
Yeah, thank you for sending in that question too.
All right, Gary. Thank you.
Thanks, Gary.
Well, coming up next on Live at 4, lab-grown diamonds are on the rise. We'll tell you why.
And then at 5, reporter Kyle Pazorski shows us the plans for UW-Platteville Richland campus now that the college has held its last semester.
Let the design team at Wanakee Furniture ETC help you find your inspiration and transform your room. Every style, every budget, our creativity, passion, and expertise will help you design your dream space.
Bring quality home at Wanakee Furniture ETC.
At Revamp, we transform your old beat-up concrete floor from this to this in one day. We grind down the concrete to open up the pores for a perfect bond. Then we repair all cracks and apply our base coat and chip and seal it with our polyaspartic top coat that will never chip, peel, or discolor. On top of all that, our coatings are ridiculously easy to clean and covered by our exclusive lifetime warranty. And right now, when you purchase your new concrete coating from any of our Revamp brands, you'll get 12 months, no interest, no payments, or 40% off the installation. And when you call during this program, you'll also get up to 10 carbon fiber concrete stitches free, which help reinforce cracks and stop them from spreading. A $350 value for free.
South Central Wisconsin homeowners, pick up the phone. Call 1-800-886-8411. That's 1-800-886-8411.
Here's your parachute.
Packed it myself.
Certain it's okay?
Mm-hmm.
Are you for imprint certain?
Certainty matters, like the certainty of congratulating coworkers or saying thank you for being a customer with promotional products from 4imprint. Our expert team is dedicated to making your satisfaction a certainty.
Packed it myself.
Land the perfect products at 4imprint.com.
4imprint, for certain.
At Lawton Cates, your life counts is more than just a slogan. Because around here, we're all about comebacks. Whether it's helping you recover after a car accident or return to the job following an injury, it's us fighting the odds and the insurance company to make sure you get the compensation you and your family deserve. No one loves a great comeback story more than Lawton Cates, which motivates us to fight for our clients every day. Your life counts. Lawton Cates. Call us today.
Let the design team at Wanakee Furniture ETC turn your design dreams into reality. With customized solutions and quality products, our passion and expertise will help turn your room into a dream space.
Bring quality home at Wanakee Furniture ETC.
New waves made by the Wisconsin Supreme Court have some losing confidence in its neutrality. Tonight at 5, Will Keneally looks at how this perspective could shape important decisions to come.
The weather for the next week and a half will be about as close to normal as you can get for this time of the year, with temperatures within a degree or two of average and rain chances about every 2 or 3 days. At 5, I'll let you know when we could see some rain.
And ahead at 6, there's still limited time left to stuff the bus. We'll hear from a student about why this event is so important to them and the community. That's tonight at 6.
Oh, Charlotte, North Carolina looks a little stormy down there.
A little dark.
All right.
It kind of matches my soul right now.
Oh, no, you are bright and sunshine. You liven the place up.
I'm trying.
Charlotte, North Carolina,
Okay.
Charlotte DeLeste up
Okay,
here.
thank you. Thank you for that.
Well, the market for lab-grown diamonds is exploding this wedding season, putting sparkling gems on more hands than ever.
But some say that shine wears off and the synthetic stones quickly lose their value. Bradley Blackburn has more on the debate.
The largest jeweler in the world is well known for its charms, but now Pandora is very much in the diamond business.
This is the centerpiece for your line.
Yes.
North American President Luciano Roddenbush showed us the gems they started selling last year.
This is below $2,000.
At prices they say make sense for their slice of the jewelry market.
Ours are going to be 1/5 to 1/7 of the price.
That's because these diamonds were grown in a lab, not mined from the ground. With improved technology, manufacturing costs have fallen near rock bottom.
What we're seeing a lot is people that always dreamed but never had the chance to buy a diamond. Now they can.
According to the Knot, the popularity of lab-grown diamonds has doubled in the last 2 years. In 2022, more than a third of engagement ring center stones were manufactured, not mined. The diamonds are visually and chemically the same, but Olivia Landau says there are key differences. Her custom jewelry company, The Clear Cut, sells only natural diamonds.
Lab-grown diamonds hold zero value. They're kind of the fast fashion of diamonds, whereas natural diamonds do hold inherent value. They can be passed down from generation to generation.
In fact, customers who buy her natural diamonds also get a lab diamond for free to wear when more expensive bling is stored away.
If you want to go lab or if you want to go natural, it's a personal decision. Just know the value and what you're getting for it and be happy with that.
Either way, the true value of the ring is the story behind it.
It symbolizes their commitment, next step in the rest of their lives.
Everybody that comes to this place is celebrating something.
That is forever, no matter where the diamond comes from. Bradley Blackburn, CBS News, New York.
I guess if you can't tell, right?
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
And if it looks nice and if it has meaning behind it, like they said.
That's what matters. Well, it has been a Barbie world at the box office for 2 weeks straight. Were some turtles able to overthrow her?
We'll find out how strong the turtle cult is when we come back with the latest Loper report.
At USA Insulation, we fix hot homes. Over 7 out of 10 homes are poorly insulated. Is yours? Here are some of the signs. Is your house too cold in the winter? Is it too hot in the summer? Does your furnace and AC run almost non-stop? Do you have different temperatures in different rooms? Are your energy bills too high? You don't need a new home. You need better insulation. And right now, when we foam your walls, we'll insulate your attic for free.
USA Insulation.
Family is just very important.
She's my sister, and we depend on each other a lot.
She's the rock of the family. She's the person who holds everything together.
It's a battle, you know, I'm gonna be there.
Keytruda and chemotherapy been treating my cancer with 2 different types of medicine.
In a clinical trial, Keytruda and chemotherapy was proven to help people live longer than chemotherapy alone. Keytruda is used to treat more patients with advanced lung cancer than any other immunotherapy. Keytruda may be used with certain chemotherapies as your first treatment if you have advanced non-squamous non-small cell lung cancer and you do not have an abnormal EGFR or ALK gene. Keytruda can cause your immune system to attack healthy parts of your body during or after treatment. This may be severe and lead to death. See your doctor right away if you have cough, shortness of breath, chest pain, diarrhea, severe stomach pain, severe nausea or vomiting, headache, light sensitivity, eye problems, irregular heartbeat, extreme tiredness, constipation, dizziness or fainting, changes in appetite, thirst or urine, confusion, memory problems, muscle pain or weakness, fever, rash, itching or flushing. There may be other side effects. Tell your doctor about all your medical conditions, including immune system problems. If you've had or plan to have an organ or stem cell transplant, receive chest radiation, or have a nervous system problem.
It feels good to be here for them.
Living longer is possible. It's true. Keytruda from Merck. Ask your doctor about Keytruda.
Here's to stargazing in Wisconsin, where Einstein once stood. Here's to getting in on the fun, just to show you can. To imaginations cleared for takeoff. And to soaking up surf culture right here on Wisconsin's Fresh Coast. Here's to festies with besties and singing along to your favorite song. Here's to those who Wisconsin.
In our first warning traffic, things look pretty good. Just some minor delays eastbound on the Beltline around Monona Drive and then approaching the interstate as the flex lanes come to an end. South of Madison, I-39-90 down toward Illinois, I-94 eastward toward Milwaukee. No problems there. I-39-90-94 into central Wisconsin around the Dells and up into Marquette County, as well as US 151 out toward Beaver Dam, moving at the posted speed limits. That's your news for now. First warning traffic.
As summer nears its end and the school year begins, it's a good time to think about getting those fall vaccinations against viruses that circulate in colder weather. A so-called triple-demic of COVID-19, the flu and RSV, spread throughout the country last winter. To prevent a repeat, health officials are encouraging everyone to get vaccinated against COVID-19 and the flu. And now there's new protections for the most vulnerable against RSV. That includes a shot of preventative antibodies for infants, a vaccine for those over 60 years old, and expected soon a vaccine for pregnant women.
Barbie mania has taken over the world, bringing with her her favorite color, say it with me now, pink. The latest craze, well, pink cheesesteak, courtesy of a New York restaurant jumping on the Barbie bandwagon. The now viral Malibu Barbie Dream Drizzle cheesesteak has all your typical cheesesteak ingredients, but to make it Barbie worthy, it has an edible glitter and a pink sauce that it's made from red dragon fruit and house-made ranch. The owner of the restaurant near Syracuse says they've sold just shy of 20 gallons of the special sauce, but he admits his cooks, who he says are manly men, aren't as thrilled about it as his customers. Just make the pink sauce, you're fine.
Yes, it's okay.
Yeah.
It's all fine.
Well, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and the world's largest shark tried to take down Barbie at the box office this weekend.
Will Loper tells us how that went in the Loper Report.
Well, neither sharks nor turtles were any match for Barbie, which remained at #1 this past weekend at the box office and officially crossed the $1 billion mark. In second place, we caught up with everyone's favorite prehistoric shark in Meg 2, The Trench.
Jonas, we need your help.
We first met the gigantic shark in 2018's The Meg, which also introduced us to Jason Statham, who would ultimately punch the shark and win the day. This sequel multiplies the Megs by 3, adds a giant squid, which increases the amount of time Statham has to single-handedly take out the creatures. But the movie itself does not multiply the amount of thrills or enjoyment in the sequel.
We've got company.
That's the biggest Meg I've ever seen.
Biggest Meg anyone's ever seen.
Instead, we get a long, unexciting stretch of watching humans walk along the ocean floor and fend off various deep-sea creatures. And about 20 minutes at the end, where the Megs let loose and attack beachgoers. The graphics budget in this sequel appears to have taken a hit. The action is never exciting, and even if you're looking for cheesy shark fun that doesn't take itself too seriously, you'd be better off watching a Sharknado movie instead.
This is a bad idea.
Just a little bit.
Also new in theaters is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: Mutant Mayhem.
Hey, guys, if we weren't monsters that were shunned by society and we could do what we wanted, what would you guys do?
Go to high school?
Maybe get a girlfriend?
Can you imagine that?
Not likely.
Of course, we all know the story of how glowing green ooze fell on some turtles and a rat in a sewer, causing them to grow and walk on 2 legs and talk like humans and fight with ninja weapons, so I won't go over that here.
Whoa.
Chick.
What the? Y'all some little tortoises, huh?
I can't believe there are other mutants.
What I will say is the movie is a fun and funny animated romp, as the turtles, very wisely voiced by actual teenagers this time, fight an evil housefly voiced by Ice Cube and try to find their place in a world where people view them as scary.
We pick out super fun, and then everyone will think we're cool. They'll accept us.
The Turtles have had some rough film adaptations, but Mutant Mayhem is one of the best so far and is well worth seeing for both kids and adults. Over on streaming services, newly streaming on Hulu Tuesday is the 3rd season of Only Murders in the Building.
It's opening night, and a big star drops dead on stage.
Oh my God, my leading man is dead. Is this really happening?
Steve Martin, Martin Short, and Selena Gomez return as murder mystery podcasters, now investigating an onstage murder, with new characters played by Paul Rudd and Meryl Streep.
Don't test it up for the in the rocks. She's a stinkeroonie. I say give her the bootay.
Maybe it was Kimber, the TikTok-addicted starlet. Does she do it as part of an internet meme?
Why are you saying it like that?
For Live at 4, I'm Will Loper.
We're onto something here, but I need you to draw attention to yourself.
Okay, so the Meg 2, you and me?
Yes. Can we see Barbie again, though?
Yeah, so you saw it.
I did see it while I was away. Loved it.
Wasn't it just great? I would go again.
Okay.
Like 3 more times.
That's a date.
Okay.
I will do that.
Catch us at the movie theater,
Okay.
y'all.
We're right back with a final recap of the weather after that.
There's a reason big dental bills often come as a shock, because sometimes you don't realize what's not covered until you get the bill. That's why affordable dental insurance from Physicians Mutual is important. It can give you benefits that go beyond what you get from more limited coverage plans. Because no one likes a big dental bill, especially if you're retired or on a fixed income. For a free information kit, call or go online now. This isn't some discount plan or preventive-only coverage. This is real dental insurance that helps cover over 350 procedures, like cleanings, fillings, crowns, bridges, root canals, even dentures, at any dentist you want. Dental insurance from Physicians Mutual Insurance Company helps cover preventive care, basic work, and major procedures, with no deductibles and no annual maximum. For your free information kit with all the details, call now or visit sendinfokit.com.
Physicians Mutual, Physicians Mutual.
There's nothing better than a great night's sleep on a new mattress from Steinhoffels. The new Tempur-Pedic Breeze is made with a one-of-a-kind cooling technology that feels up to 10 degrees cooler, allowing for a better night's sleep. Right now, save $500 on the Tempur-Pedic Breeze mattress. Queen Tempur-Pedic Breeze mattresses are just $74 per month when using Steinhoffels' 72-month financing. Plus, get $300 in Steinhoffels cash. Steinhoffels is your sleep solution destination.
Salonpas Lidocaine Flex, a super thin, flexible patch with maximum OTC strength lidocaine that contours to the body to relieve pain right where it hurts. And did we mention it really, really sticks? Salonpas, it's good medicine.
New waves made by the Wisconsin Supreme Court have some losing confidence in its neutrality. We look at how this perspective could shape important decisions to come. Then what former students at UW-Platteville's Richland campus are planning for the coming semester. That's next at 5.
I'm News 3 Now's Josh Spreiter. I'm visiting the people, places, and events that make this area one of a kind. Tell me what inspires you, and it might be featured on News 3 Now this morning.
In the 608, weekdays on News 3 Now this morning.
Well, there's live view from the WISC-TV Skycam. Hazy sunshine out there. Certainly not thick enough clouds to produce any precipitation, at least around here. Platteville, Queen Bee Radio Skycam, pretty much the same story. There have been a couple of isolated showers and thunderstorms from just east of Eau Claire up toward Wausau and moving in toward Wisconsin Rapids. Also a couple of showers and thunderstorms over eastern Iowa that are drifting to the south. 6-hour future track radar shows the possibility for an isolated shower or thunderstorm, mainly north of Madison this evening. Most areas should stay dry. Current temperatures, pretty nice. 81 Madison, upper 70s to low 80s across all of southern Wisconsin. A little warmer out toward La Crosse there to 84. Closer to Lake Michigan, temperatures mainly in the upper 70s. Here in Dane County, 81 right now in McFarland and Deerfield, 78 in Verona, and 77 degrees in Cross Plains. Look for skies to be partly cloudy this evening. Again, just a slight chance for a shower or storm north of Madison. Temperatures dropping into the upper 60s, around 70 by late evening.
Tomorrow on Live at 4, we are joined by UW Health's Chief Quality Officer, Dr. Jeff Pothoff, for the latest medical news.
And Consumer Reports shows us the best deals for the month of August.
The last of summer will draw you in at Toyota's National Sales Event. It's like a magnet, but for people.
Every new Toyota comes with Toyota Care. That's the value you can expect from Toyota. Toyota, let's go places.
About our designer kids package or free lens upgrade. Wisconsin Vision. See more life.
Allergies aren't fun for anyone, especially when they work their way into your home. A professional air duct cleaning from Stanley Steamer can dramatically improve indoor air quality and significantly reduce indoor allergens. Installing our whole home purification system Restore will even help prevent the spread of airborne viruses and bacteria. If you want to significantly reduce allergy triggers in your home, call or go online to book a free inspection today.
Hi, it's Preston from Window World. Over the past 15 years, Window World has donated more than $15 million to St. Jude Children's Hospital. We've also supported the Veterans Airlift Command with 120 flights, transporting more than 150 combat wounded veterans. We have a strong belief in giving back and want to thank everyone who has chosen Window World for your home's renovation. When you go with Window World, you're doing a lot more than remodeling.
I suffer with psoriatic arthritis and psoriasis. I was on a journey for a really long time to find some relief. Cosentyx works for me.
Cosentyx helps real people get real relief from the symptoms of psoriatic arthritis or psoriasis. Serious allergic reactions and an increased risk of infections or lowered ability to fight them may occur. Tell your doctor if you have an infection or symptoms, had a vaccine or plan to, or if IBD symptoms develop or worsen.
I move so much better because of Cosentyx.
Ask your rheumatologist about Cosentyx.
The last of summer will draw you in at Toyota's National Sales Event. It's like a magnet, but for people.
Every new Toyota comes with Toyota Care. That's the value you can expect from Toyota. Toyota, let's go places.
A rain delay at a MLS soccer match in Utah turned into quite a spectacle last week.
Yeah, Real Salt Lake's match against Club Leon eventually was postponed because of a thunderstorm, but that's not the story. Before the game was officially called, fans and the media got quite a surprise. Journalists in the press box were startled when a raccoon suddenly fell through a leak in the ceiling. Now, the raccoon quickly escaped and then found shelter under an overhang above the main concourse. And stadium staff moved it with a broom. The raccoon fell to the concourse where it was trapped, captured, and then released near the stadium. How about that?
Well, that'll bring some excitement, won't it?
A raccoon's never crashed through your roof?
No, it doesn't happen often.
There's still time.
I'm so glad. That's going to do it for us. Thanks for joining us.